Welcome to this episode of the Philly Old Head Review. We have a very special guest here today with some of his students. For those people who aren't familiar with martial arts, this guest right here is a grandmaster in the game. He's been around a long time. I've known him over 20 years. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and some of his students. Who are you?
Who am I? My name is Sayfullah at Amryki. Some people say grandmaster, some people say professor, some people say Kiyoshi, some people just say Sayfullah. I started in the martial arts in 1965, August of 1965, at the age of 9, 9 years old, and in New York City. I'm originally from New York, born in Brooklyn, grew up in Manhattan, and raised in the Bronx. I eventually got kidnapped by my mother and her boyfriend, and they brought me to Philadelphia. And I've been here ever since. Still going back to New York, though, for training, back and forth. I started out in the martial arts primarily because I was the second fastest runner in the projects that I lived in. The first fastest runner was my best friend at the time, Kevin Austin. I couldn't beat him. I couldn't even catch him. One day he jumped off the bus, jumped off the train, wasn't going to school. And I went after chasing him around to get him back on the train, to get him back up to the school. And I just, because he was the best runner, the best dodger, but I was the second best. But I was impressed by James Bond when I went to see 007, in like Flint, my man Flint, the man from U.N.C.L.E., not too much by Batman and Robin, but Green Hornet and Kato, of course, yes, So and seeing some of that what they call the karate chop, but there's also called the judo chop, And I thought it'd be nice if I could learn some of that stuff, And I got the opportunity in August, so I was going to the store from my mother, and I happened to look outside at this McKinley Forest karate club was there, and I saw two brown belts outside. I guess he was taking the break, and I said, "Whoa!" So I ran in there. I said, "What I did the sign?" He said, "Take this to your mother, have her sign it, bring it back." So I ran up. One thing I like about my mother was she used to have weekend parties, and anything, just to get me out the house was good. So when I brought she didn't even look at what she had to fill out. She just signed it. Okay, there you go. Bam. And I went there, and I started my first class, which I was wondering what in the world I got myself into. Because I never felt anything like the horse stance and 100 karate punches. The exercise, I got through the exercise, but when we got to that horse stance, and Sensei was howling at us, "Sit down! Don't come up!" Bing! Threw that punch, I said, "What in the world? I got myself into this." But here I am, some 55 years later. I think I got it. They made me crazy, but but I'm glad to hear be today to answer any questions from Omar.
What style of martial arts do you practice?
Well, I did a little bit of this and did a little of that. That's the secret arts of this and that. But anyway, I started out with Shotokan karate and ninjutsu and Sanukatsu Jiu-Jitsu under the legendary Dr. Moses Powell. I started in karate first under Grandmaster James Walter Yates. And it was amazing because we had 50 men, and they had their night for the classes, then we had 50 women, they had their night for the classes. And there was one young man named Junior. I couldn't beat him. And his sister one day, she was walking, that's how I knew the women knew more than us, because Junior was messing with me, and his sister came over, she was a nice young lady. And she said, "Leave him alone." And Junior says, "Oh, what?" She said, "Don't let me have to hurt you." Junior made a move, and his sister put him over the chains with the grass. It was separated, with the chains were separated the ground from the grass. Junior was over the chains, down the grass. I said, whoa, oh, wow. I said, we didn't learn that move. So that was Shotokan, and then about 6 months later, I met my second instructor. He came in the dojo, and I was wondering who he, I didn't know, because the first week he came in, he was wearing a white belt. The second week he came in, he wearing a yellow belt. The third week he wearing so I'm saying like, this guy, man, he must be good, because he's promoted real fast. I didn't know, little as I know. So one night he finally comes in with a black belt. He's wearing a hakama. That's the dope piece that you see a lot of Aikido people wearing. Those who don't know Aikido, they know the throwing heart, Ueshido Sensei found it. But anyway.
Ip Man, right?
No. That's now you're going to Wing Chun. We'll get to that story later. But he it's amazing. He after class he was wearing the black belt, and then I got to see who he was. He took on the whole class. The whole class. I know. Look, this is before Bruce Lee and them came out. All right. I ain't never seen one man take on. And they're not coming like street. They come in karate. Boom, the black belts and everybody. So little old me, 9 years old, I decided to stay always in the back. Because when I see the brown belts and the purple belts and the green belts and the black belts being thrown, I said, no way in the world, I ain't going. I stayed in the back like this. I said, I ain't going there. So one day I saw him on the bus, on the way to school, and I said, Sensei, his name is Nathaniel McBride. I said, can I ask you a question? He said, sure, son. I said, 1 week you was wearing the white belt. The next week you was wearing yellow belt, then the green belt, then the purple belt. He said, son, I earned every one of those belts. So on my wall, I hang my certificate and my belt around that certificate. He said, anytime I want to wear one of them belts, I have the right to wear it. I said, whoa. And I never forgot that. So I kept the same principle. And I tell my sons, sometimes they wear a green belt, sometimes they wear a white belt. It's my belt. I've earned it. I earned the right to wear it anytime I want to wear it. So it's from him that I got to get close and got to know the legendary, him and Sensei Usman at the Salon from Philadelphia. I got to know the legendary Dr. Moses Powell. And I met him in person finally in 1975 here in Philadelphia, 105 South 60th Street, the Greater Philadelphia Karate Institute, where Sion Buford, who was here earlier, that's where I met him at, back in the 70s. And I got to train, and through my instructor, Nathaniel McBride, I got to be one of the top disciples of the legendary Dr. Moses Powell. And through Yates and McBride, through their training, and this one person I met in the naval base, he really helped me out. His name was Sergeant Hines. He helped to shape my kata, my knowledge of the kata, because he was straight from Japan. Fighting him was, I got some licks from him. But he taught me not to give up, and I finally almost got him one time. But so that's when I was in high school in the 70s. I got to box while I was in college in 74. I went to the boxing team, got the box, and then I got the box at Camp's Gym here in Philadelphia, and finally I got to compete. I got tired of getting cheated in the tournaments, regular tournaments. So I went into full contact fight and became the full contact PK, New York PK world champion, super lightweight. For a good champion who I respect great deal. Me and him have been very close to Dave Apache Cruz.
That's today's mixed martial arts, huh?
But no, that's kickboxing.
Kickboxing.
Yeah. And then I got to train with some of the good. In high school I had a teacher, my high school friend. His name was Thomas Hahn. He every time we freestyle, it would never fail, and I know it was coming. He would want to kick me in my groin. Never fail. He knew how to get that kick in, man. Hey. So it was through him that I got the brand Mantis from. And then there was a Coach Senkai instructor, student from New York. He was a 50-degree black belt. I got to train with him a little bit to get some of the Master Oyama system. And then my judo. So that's the martial arts I did in.